fish in the cash gang. Ricky Canseco doing their thing. Bill King on the play-by-play. We got real baseball on this side of the base. No place I'd rather be than at the O.co with my family. Tailgating, it's about.
All right, Oakland A's, baby. Oakland A's baseball. Don't like it is, unfortunately. Not playing too well right now as the Oakland A's, but hey, we'll get there. But yeah, 3-9 right now, not doing too well. It's some parts are more disturbing than others, though. It's not the wins and the losses, so to speak. It's the other stuff. But the thing I want to say first is worse than the wins and the losses is the lack of intellectual honesty with the team. Again, still no thoughts on what we're doing. Got my Cespedes jersey on, by the way. Oakland A's weekly, week 2. It's hard, but to schedule 13 straight days to try to figure out where a good break is. But day game today, getaway day here in New York. So played a good game today. Tough way to lose. But let's talk about the team. But again, there's some intellectual dishonesty. Still not being honest with the fans about the stadium. And I've never seen so much anger and disgust, I guess is a better word, on the 5 Oakland A's websites I'm on through Facebook and even on Twitter. And I understand the fans. I don't live out there, but I still understand their bitterness. And I'm very upset by it as well. I would like to see the A's just be honest with the fans. I think you owe it to the fans. To be honest. And but I do see a lot of good things here, though, believe it or not. I mean, like I said, I wasn't happy with Garcia being held down and Smith being held down just so he could have control later. I mean, we don't have much to offer. Can you just give us something, for Christ's sake? But we didn't. I'm not happy about, like I said, the stadium issue. I'd like to see the rule changes benefit us. I think the stolen base rule and the pitch clock could definitely help us with throwing over to first base. I'm hoping that Billy Beane doesn't kill that. We'll get to that in a minute. But I do see some good things. Seth Brown is out. That's not a good thing. But we'll focus on the lineup first. Like I said, I do see a lot of good things. And if our bullpen has done anything, we're 6-6 right now. I mean, we blew 2 games to the Indians. We blew a game to the Orioles. That's 3 games right there. You're 6-6 instead of 3-9. You're not beating the Rays there. The other 9 games have been very competitive. We're just not going to beat the Rays. Rays right now are beat the Red Sox today. They go for the record tomorrow, 13-0. So you're not going to beat them. But the other 9 games have been very competitive, and we've played good teams. We played the Indians, the Rays, the Orioles with 500. We can have a good team, and the Angels. And so, our hitting has come to alive late, which I'm very happy with. Our pitching has sucked big time. Our bullpen has been horrendous. Trevor made today 1 pitch and gives it up. Way to go, Trevor. This is where last year we had Jimenez closing. I don't know why we've gotten away from that. Acevedo's hurt us, not having him, but we'll get to that in a minute. But let's go down this lineup. I like what I'm seeing from Ramon Laureano. He's getting good at bats. He's hitting the ball a lot the other way. Even his foul balls a lot the other way. 227 average, slugging 500. Again, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. I'd like to see a little bit better. The striking out still too much. Leads the team in strikeouts, 14. Ramon still is a very free swinger, much like Eric Chavez was in his old days. Tony Kemp giving a solid team play again, 227. I can't complain about him. He gives us a good leadership. Plays hard every night. Today he didn't play versus lefty. Almeida Diaz had 2 scorching balls today and got nothing to show for it, and is batting a measly 143 right now. So here's a guy smokes 2 balls today and takes the collar. Concerned about the on-base percentages of the guys. I tell you what, Esteury Ruiz, though, very excited about him. Love that kind of guy at the top of the lineup. Speed there. Sometimes he bats leadoff when there's a lefty going. He bats leadoff. He's hitting 293. I'm liking him a lot. He's also got some wheels. Got 2 stolen bases as well as Laureano's got a couple of stolen bases. We'll get to that in a minute. Jesus Aguilar, he's been hit and miss so far. He's been solid. Shea, terrible defensively, but definitely is showing you that he belongs up here and definitely has a lot of power. He's done a good job. The guys I'm really excited about, I mean, Jace Peterson, I don't know who he has naked pictures of. I just don't really need him anymore. Ryan Noda looks like he's going to be fine. He's batting 200 right now, but you can see he's got some pop and he's got some strength to him. Brent Rooker, great game today. Obviously leads the team in home runs right now with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Done a good job. Connor Capel cost us a game versus the Indians when he turned a single into a triple. They let in 2 runs a week ago, and we wanted to get to 3-3. Instead, we were 2-4, and then we get to 2-7, and now you're 3-10. 3-10 actually is the mark, not 3-9. I misspoke before. My apologies. So Connor Capel again. I don't love him, but I guess, like I said, naked picture someone. Nick Allen just cannot stick enough. It's not going to work out for him. We got Kevin Smith playing short. Carlos Perez has been awesome. So I'm happy with our offense. I really like him when I see out of Noda, and I really like him. When I see out of Rooker, and I'd like to get Seth Brown back. The bad news is our lineup. We got a little bit of a log jam here coming through here, and this is a bad situation here. I feel like everybody's like it's a men's softball league. We got a lot of DHs and first basemen, and that's a problem. Although Rooker made some really nice plays today in left field, 2 very good plays in the same inning to keep us out of a real bad situation. Problem is you got Noda, all right, you got Jesus Aguilar all in the same boat, and you're trying to find these guys a place to play, and it's not going to be easy. And then you got Seth Brown too when he comes back, and I really do want Laureano in there every day. I'd like to see Kevin Smith pick it up right now, 133. Striking out a little too much. He struck out half his at bats right now. That's something that's really got to stop. Carlos Perez hitting 615 on the team right now. It's funny that he comes up and does a great job. But like I said, Rooker hitting 333, Ruiz, Aguilar. I mean, I'm not unhappy with the offense. We'll talk about that. Stolen bases. Connor Capel's got 3 stolen bases, which is just amazing in itself. He's leading us there. RBIs. It's a different story right now. Rooker's got 9 RBIs after 5 of them today, which shows you that we're not getting enough production from other guys. Home runs also Rooker. We got a bunch of different guys with 2, though. I'm pretty excited about that. Loriano, Noda, Shea's got 2. Like I said, Jace Peterson, I'm not sure what we're doing with him, but we'll see. Hopefully it works out for him and he does well for us going forward. Let's take a look at our pitching, which has really been the major problem. This has really been very disappointing. Waldichuk, and this is what our pitchers have been doing this year. Pitchers in the Oakland A's right now, we're giving up crooked innings. I mean, we cannot avoid the big inning twice. The rookie from Japan has come out and showed great stuff for 2 innings of perfection, 3 innings of perfection. All of a sudden, you're giving him 4 runs or 5 runs in the next inning, and that's been a problem. Waldichuk's had some bad innings. So, and I don't want to make excuses, but I feel like their ERAs are a little inflated due to their 1 innings. Waldichuk's last night pitched a solid game, didn't get a win for it because, Jeurys Familia just gave it right up away. He's got 10 ERA, which is never good, obviously, as a former pitcher. I know that, but I feel like he's given up a lot. Those big innings. Kyle Muller he's had 3 good starts also, but again, not getting us deep enough. Olaire is just I'm really frustrated by him. Such good stuff. Can't put anybody away today. Adrian Martinez was solid today. JP Sears is he's done 2 decent starts, but again, 5.59 ERA. He's not really helping us there. Chad Smith was good out of the pen in his 1 game. Zach Jackson's been good in the pen. Familia we picked up, and I'm happy about that, but he hasn't done a lot. Sam Mole's not been good. Jimenez has been spotty, but we got to get more out of him. Trevor May has just been god-awful with a 9.64 ERA. Caprillian's been a disappointment. 2 starts, only getting me 9.2 innings. Acevedo to the DL. Shintaro Fujinami, like I said, had 2 really good starts for the first 3 innings. In 1 game, he was perfect. Well, pretty close to perfect. In another game for 2 innings, he was close to perfect with a lot of strikeouts. And so it's kind of crazy when you watch him, but he's got 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. So it shows you that he does have the stuff. That's right now it's not happening for him. But I feel like the pitching has been king of the 1 big inning, and that's been a disaster for us. But if you look at what we're doing towards other teams, like I said, if we had any bullpen at all right now, I feel like we could have spent that $7 million better than May. Being a New Yorker here, I know all about May. But you feel like if we did anything at all, we'd be 6-7 right now in the pen instead of 3-10, and that's a pain. We got the Mets coming up for 3. Obviously, that's going to be tough. The Mets are a good fundamental team. They're not going to beat themselves, and they're going to give you some good pitching from here to now. So we'll have to figure out when our next podcast availability will be. Funny thing is, I was down in Annapolis, Maryland, in the last week, but I didn't get to go to the A's game. A little vacation here on Easter break up here. Bad news is that a lot of the Oriole games aren't even on in Annapolis, which is just atrocious. So I got to watch a New York baseball game on TNT, TBS, which I didn't want to see. I couldn't watch the Orioles and the A's when I have a satellite dish at home. So today I watched them give up a game, and that was a brutal loss today. Obviously, May giving it up, but again, the A's fought back today, and like I said, there are a lot of good things there. It's the intellectual philosophy part that I'm a little upset about. Holding guys back and not even letting them play and things of that nature. But we got to get some better pitching here. Signing these retreads, sometimes it works, but I don't mind signing a guy who was a high pick, who's still young and it didn't work out somewhere else. But these guys who are retreads, just stink. I'm not really interested in that. But let's go over to hitting statistics. Runs for the teams right now. In runs, let's see where we are here. We are down. We're not at the bottom here. We're 50. We got 51 runs. Detroit Tigers have 33 runs, and they've spent some money too, which has got to blow you away. Although they've played 2 less games than us, so the A's, we're averaging less than 4 runs a game, which is very bad. It's not as bad as Detroit, thank God. Like I said, but the runs per game is not good. Let's check out the hits category for the ball club here. I always like to go over the statistics with you guys and just kind of always let you know where you're at. We got 100 hits in 13 games, which for us is actually not bad. About seven hits a game, that is. You can't complain about that too much. Maybe 7.7 hits a game. Not too bad. Again, we got more games than some people. Home runs wise, always like to check the home run stat. I feel like we're in the middle of the league in that, but we're 18th in home runs, which for us is not bad. But here's the part where it starts to hurt you a little bit. I feel like we're quick swinging, which I'm kind of like with this young team, but although it's going to hurt us on the walks. We got 40 walks, and that's a major problem. Again, Diamondbacks are way down. Philadelphia Phillies, who are better than us, are way down there. So some of these teams have a lot to be really screaming about. Strikeouts, unfortunately, we're 9th in those. We had 117 strikeouts, so I'm not excited about that. Stolen bases, which is where we should be. We should be near the top, but Billy could be behind the scenes. If you remember last year, after 2 weeks, we were at the top, and then Billy must have told Mark, hey, can't do it. Kotze's only made 1 head-scratching move, and that was to pitch to Mountcastle the other night. I didn't really like that guy. Had 5 RBIs. You blow that game, now he has 9 after that pitch. But, Kotze didn't do a great job with that one. But again, yesterday with the safety squeeze, I really appreciate that. Stolen bases, like I said, we're tied. We're tied for 9th right now with 10 stolen bases. We've only been caught once, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'd like to see us run a little more. Again, where we're not good, again, is the batting average. We have moved up from last week. 231 is the batting average. It was down to 188 at one point. Detroit's still hitting under 200, so we have some company there. On base percentage, which is all you stat geeks out there, they say batting average doesn't matter when it's the biggest part of your on base percentage, which shows you're a hypocrite. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. 300 on base, which is a big concern. Slugging 367. OPS for us is 667. Not good either way. Let's look at the team pitching here for the A's. We go ERA first. A's way at the bottom, last in the league, and this is where the problem is. You got 765. Obviously, 7.65 is a huge problem. We don't have, average of starters. We only had 1 starter really get into the 6th inning, and that was last night. Chuck did a solid job for that. And where is this problem coming from? Where is this problem coming from? Well, we're giving up a lot of runs. Let's check out the hits. Giving up a ton of hits too. I mean, goodness gracious. These have given up the most hits in the league, 128. We're not missing any barrels, basically, is what I'm telling you. We've given up the most runs, I believe. Let's check that at 101. That's not good. Earned runs 96. And, like I said, even though last week we got 2 ground balls that Allen and Diaz don't get together on, and they're 2 fielder's choices, but they should be 2 errors. We didn't get anybody out. So one time we picked up a ball, we looked the wrong way and threw the wrong way, and then all of a sudden the inning blows up on you. So that was Caprillion last week. Probably guy could have got a win, probably could have extended his day, but at the same time, his pitch count runs up and we lose the game because we get it only says, you've made no unearned runs there, but really clearly those were 2 or 3 unearned runs in that inning. So you might say 96 earned runs, and you've only had 5 unearned, but that was 2 or 3 right there that we should have had. So just atrocious. We've given up 25 homers, given up a lot of those. That's not good. We've hit 11 guys, which is 2nd in the league for the White Sox. Walks, again, right at the top of walks. I think the only team are behind in walks is the Diamondbacks at this point. And that's a big problem. You're getting into walks, you're throwing too many pitches, obviously, and things of that nature. And again, you look down at the strikeout stat. It just goes to show you right here at 26 there. We're not missing many barrels, and our whip is atrocious. Batting average against is, it's gonna be really bad. I'm afraid to look. It's 286. So yeah, it's a bad situation all around for the pitchers. When you're not catching the ball, and or you're also not missing barrels, it's a major problem. Obviously, standings, we're not really playing for much. I said my goal this year was to be near 500. Obviously, that's not happened. Tampa off to an historic start. They tied the record today. I think it's the 82 Braves, if I'm not mistaken, hold the record along with I believe the Red Sox or the Orioles from 87 or something like that. Yankees 8-4. Blue Jays, no shock there. Sticking football. American League East is good. Obviously, Minnesota off to a decent start in that crap division. Detroit's 2-9, spending that money. It's amazing to me. Our division has really been a struggle. Houston is not off the schneid yet. We're at the bottom, though, and there's no doubt about that. In the NL, the Braves are off to a good start. Obviously, Milwaukee's playing well, and the Diamondbacks right now, but that'll change once the Dodgers get that thing loaded and the San Diego Padres get that loaded. But again, a lot of positives here, but at the same time, got to steal more bases. We got the speed to do it. Let's make sure it happens. Let's take care of business. We got 3 for the Mets coming up. Okay, we got to take care of that. See if we can find a way at home to give the people. And right now, the fans have been organizing, Fisher outs and trying to say that we're not going to show up until he sells the team. And I get that. It's very sad to watch this happen. So Senga versus Caprillion tomorrow night. Saturday we go Carrasco versus Fujinami, and Carrasco's been throwing BP pretty much. Let's check the Oakland A's schedule for the rest of the week there. So we got the Mets for 3. And then we're going to see what we got after that. Let's see. We've got Mets for 3. And then we're going to go and play. Who's after the Metsies? Oh, then we got the Cubbies coming in for 3. And then we go to Texas for 3. The Angels for 4. Home the Reds for 3. All right. So we got to get something going here. We got to try to at least play 500 ball at home in this next 6 games here between the Cubbies and the Mets. Now, I know it's not going to be easy. 1973 World Series reunion will be fun. To piss off my Met fans here. I guess we came home down 3-2 and beat Seaver because Catfish was a better big game pitcher. But that's a story for another day. So nothing else exciting. Just some little news about Spring League here. So again, we're going to come back probably Monday or Tuesday. We got to see if we can find a way in there. After this Met game, maybe Sunday night, we'll come back, or maybe Thursday. Next Thursday, it looks like there's a nice little gap in there. These next 6 games, again, let's try to get to 3-3. We played competitively. Rays, we did not play competitively. The other 10 games, we've been pretty competitive. We've had our moments, but first game series versus the Orioles was not good. But we've had our moments. We played well versus the Indians. Could have easily won 3 games there. We won 1. We'll get there. And we have to find a way to get some better pitching going on here. We've got to get our bullpen in order, and we've got to get some rolls out there. I'd like to see Jimenez close, and I'd like to see Smith be the setup guy. Smith looks good. Jimenez looks good. Let's see what we can get out of it. So we'll say goodbye for now. Again, it's Dave Scholler and Telling You Like It Is, Athletics Weekly. We'd love to have you on. Reach out on Facebook. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple iTunes. We're on Twitter. Oakland A's websites. If you're fans on those Oakland A's websites on Facebook, reach out. Love to have you come on. Would love to have you talk. I have to get used to that time difference. We're having you on, but love to have some diehard A's fans on. You guys know who you are. It's just guys who've been following as long as I have. Got to stay positive. Take care.